But hold up. Don't think that y'all slick by throwing this shit in there. I hope they're sisters. Because what the hell is this? We talk about reproducing and having kids, and at the same time, you got two women on the... Come on, bro. This is that propaganda shit right here.
America's fertility rates are hovering around historic lows, with approximately 1.6 births per woman over her lifetime. This is below the level needed to sustain the population, which is 2.1 births per woman.
We're actually projecting that about 1 in 4 young adults today will never have kids. There are plenty of us out there who are kind of concerned about the falling birth rate, both for kind of its impact on people's ordinary lives, as well as for the ways in which it'll affect our economy and our government.
And we will support baby bonuses for a new baby boom. How does that sound? That sounds pretty. I want a baby boom.
This is the product of the whole feminist movement, man. That's what I truly believe. The whole I can focus on career and put my family off kind of thing. I think that's what this is. We're seeing it in real time. You know, we're actually seeing the numbers for the very first time.
Population will in the not too distant future start to decline. And so that's why this is an issue for governments and for the economy, and politicians are starting to pay attention.
The concern here in the US is that if we see kind of dramatic declines in fertility, we will eventually see also kind of a drag on our economy and our capacity to cover all sorts of government programs like Medicare and Social Security.
Our population is sort of getting older on average. And what that means is we have the baby boomers who are, in their older age years. So they are drawing Social Security, and they also have quite a bit of medical and care needs. And so the question is, how will we care for our aging population?
Look, we're going to end up like Japan. Japan is in the same boat where they're trying to incentivize the youth to start reproducing because they have more of an old population. Same thing with Greece. Japan and Greece both got an old population. That's why Greece was affected so bad during COVID, because all the old people were at higher risk. So we gotta start incentivizing. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but we gotta start incentivizing. We gotta start talking to the youth about reproducing and getting married and having children, versus the whole chasing the career thing, because that's where we're at right now. And look where it's getting us.
It's very hard in modern US society to combine work and having kids. We have very little by way.
Man, she ain't have to do him like that with the haircut though.
In modern US society to combine.
Come on, man. They could have gave him something a little bit more stylish than that, man. Showing the whole dome off. His mama wrong for that.
When birth rates fall, it affects the entire economy.
One of the big drivers of economic growth is just having more people in your society, more consumers, more workers, more taxpayers in East Asia and countries like Japan, for instance, that have seen blow.
Bro, that's why China's doing so well. Look at China. They got 1 billion people over there. Some of them might not be living in the greatest conditions and the greatest situations, but their strength in numbers, man. Numbers is what wins wars. It's what, enhances your technology. It's what, like he said, boosts your economy. It just keeps you stronger if your nation is just constantly popping out new generations.
Replacement fertility for a long while and are now actually just shrinking demographically, both in terms of the Japanese economy, there's been stagnation, but also in terms of the Japanese government having greater difficulty kind of paying the tab for the challenges they face in terms of particularly supporting an older population that is relying to an important degree on the Japanese government.
With the worker to retiree ratio shrinking, Social Security and similar programs could struggle to remain financially sustainable.
The Social Security trustees put out a report about how long they expect Social Security to stay solvent. I think the current estimation is 2033. So people are worried about that. What's interesting, though, is that the lever that we are trying to force on people now is people should have more children, so that then eventually, 20 years from now or so, we'd have more workers who would then be paying into it. It doesn't seem like a very efficient system to me because it doesn't solve the short-term solvency problem.
Leaders across the U.S. political spectrum have proposed ways to address the birth rate decline.
You've got Elon Musk, who is essentially having the ear of the president and in the White House, and he's very...
Hey, look, Elon Musk got like 45 kids, if you don't know. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but Elon Musk has like 13 or 14 kids, something crazy like that. You can Google it and find the exact number, but he has a lot. So even someone who's intelligent, who is as intelligent as him understands the importance of having a bunch of children. What's the purpose of being a billionaire if you don't have a dynasty or a generation below you to give it to continue, the family wealth, to stay in power? People now just want to chase career for self, not realizing that, okay, let's say you made all that money. Who do you give it to? What happens when you get sick? Who's going to take care of you? That's what this whole video is basically showing us with numbers.
Very much interested not only in increasing birth rates, but this notion that the best and brightest should really be reproducing. And then you have someone like JD Vance.
So let me say,
hey, look, I know I'm pausing a lot, but she just said that she thinks, Elon's talking about like the best and the brightest should be reproducing. Hey, I be thinking the same thing sometimes. Sometimes after I see a specific kid, I'm like, dang, bro, why did your parent... They should have been banned from having kids, man. Some kids just so bad. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's cut out to be a parent.
Really be reproducing. And then you have someone like JD Vance.
so let me say very simply, I want more babies in the United States of America.
Who have, I would say, a more sort of religiously or conservatively oriented bent about this. So it's not just about increasing births, but it's about increasing births within sort of a traditional family. So marital status is really important to this group.
We had the Democrats pushing really hard for an expanded child tax credit. Now the Republicans come out with something called a baby bonus. That's what the New York Times reported. That would be $5,000 allegedly at the time a child is born. This is a pretty common policy in other countries, that there's some extra child allowance, child tax credit.
It's smart because the $5,000 is really just a small investment for the government. $5,000 is nothing. They go ahead and throw somebody $5,000 to incentivize them to have a kid. That money is going to be made back so quick, but our economy is going to be better because we're going to have more workers. So it's smart. But hold up. Don't think that y'all slick by throwing this shit in there. I hope they're sisters. Because what the hell is this? We talking about reproducing and having kids, and at the same time, you got two women on this. Come on, bro. This is that propaganda shit right here. Look at this. Even when they're giving us the truth, they got to throw some nonsense like this in there. Let me see.
Common policy in other countries, that there's some...
Bro, what the fuck is this, man? Whole video ruined. Come on, CB. What is it? CNBC? This how you know the media controlled too, bro. You can't even get information without seeing propaganda. Yeah, I'm done watching the video after this. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. The information that we got from this video, despite this last frame right here, it was all good. It was all letting us know that, hey, we need to start reproducing or we're going to be in big trouble, basically. Spark notes. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this video in the comment section. I'll leave the video linked in the description so you can go watch the entire thing. Before you leave, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. That's it for this one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.